In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the rear suspension level sensor on your Cadillac Escalade located in the rear portion of the suspension. The process for the driver's side is the same as the passenger side. Using your trim tool, you want to go ahead and locate the notch on your center cap. Get on in there and lift that off. Remove the center cap. Go ahead and use a 22mm socket. Go ahead and loosen and remove the lug nuts. We'll use our locking key. Remove this lug nut. With the lugs removed, go ahead and remove the wheel and set it aside. Now that we have our back wheel off, we want to go ahead and access the level sensor, which is right here. Now there's going to be two 13mm bolts securing this unit here. There's one right here to the upper control arm. The other one is up here on the edge of the frame area. Now we're going to use a 13mm gear wrench with a swivel on it to access this upper one here. First, we're going to remove the bottom one. Now you can use a wrench for this, you can use a ratchet, whatever you want to do. We're just going to use an open-end wrench for the bottom one here. It's nice and easy. We did spray it down with some rust penetrant. Let it soak for a little bit. That does make things a little bit easier. And once you get that loose so far, I'm going to go ahead and spin that out by hand. Set that bolt aside. Now this unit is a clamp. So basically you're going to push on this, open this up, and you're going to spread that apart. And that's going to allow us to go ahead and separate this unit from the control arm. Not a rush, we can leave that for now. Now having the swivel head on our gear wrench is going to help us tremendously here. Just going to put it up on top. Now if you don't have this here, you're probably going to have to remove the inner liner, which isn't complicated. Here's your bolt. Open up that clamp, pop this off. Pull this unit down. Now right here is going to be your electrical connector. On the top is a little red lock tab. You can try using your finger to push that up. In our case, it's a little stuck with some dirt and debris, so let's go ahead and use a small pry tool to move that. I'm going to use a little pocket screwdriver right here and just gently work that. Here we go. It's unlocked. Now you want to press on this little tab right here and then separate the connector. Here we go. Now that we have our sensor removed, you want to go ahead and inspect everything. Check the connector, make sure there's no corrosion or anything on where the wires go. Give this a quick wipe down. The other thing you want to do is wipe down right here where the new unit is going to clamp onto. There might be all kinds of dirt and debris on there. You want to make sure that the clamping surface is nice and clean. Now let's go ahead and install the new component. Now what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and connect the connector. If you did not remove the wheel well liner, now's the time to connect this. If you did remove this, you can install it afterwards. Line this up, push it on. You're going to feel in here it snap into place and then press down on the red lock tab. Go ahead and feed that up. The bolt you're going to install on our particular model has a washer on this one here. This is the one that goes on the sensor part. The lower side does not have a washer on it. Squeeze your hand up inside and go ahead and get that bolt started. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread that bolt down as far as I can by hand. It's pretty easy to do so. The threads are clean, the bolt is clean. I'm going to thread that down. Now when you install the new component, you want to pay attention. You're going to put the bolt through here, but you want to make sure that this tab, this little lock tab, fits into the notch on the plate on the side of the frame. Very, very important that that locks in. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this around a little bit. There it is. It just fell in. That little lock tab is in place. I'm going to go ahead and put my wrench up in there. And go ahead and tighten this down while I'm holding the sensor with that tab in the hole on the plate. Let's tighten this down. All right. Go ahead and make sure that's in there nice and tight. Next thing you want to do is get your clamp unit on. So I'm going to spin this around. Pop this up and over, like so. Now this here, up and down. Okay, it's going to feel a little bit of spring tension on there. So go ahead and push that up. Going to simply use your fingers. Use a little finger strength there. Close up that clamp. Put your bolt in. Once you get that bolt started a few threads, you can now go ahead and tighten that down. Our bolt doesn't want to grab that well, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a pair of pliers here to gently close up that gap. Should make it a little bit easier for us to get that bolt started. Once that bolt is bottomed out, just give it a little bit more. You want to snug it down. At this point here, everything is all connected here. We can install our wheel. Now, if you happen to have a suspension light on the dashboard, you want to go ahead and hook up that scan tool, clear that code, put that wheel on, go ahead and take it for a test ride. Go ahead and install your wheel. Let's get our lug nuts installed. Once you have all the lug nuts on, go ahead and snug them down. Torque down your lug nuts to 140 foot-pounds. Once you're done with that, take your center cap, line that up, and pop it on.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.